Eerie silence. Oh. Secret sauce deck, you say? Yeah, it's something we haven't posted a highlight with yet. Is today's tournament deck. Howdy, Dante. Hey, thanks for the 3 years of support, Lowlands. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Got some boosty packs to open. I am actually back to opening Dialga packs because I am 100-ish pack points off of getting to get another 2-star out of these packs. Hit that if we can. I haven't decided which matching 2-star I want to craft yet. I have one full art Volkner, and I have one full art Rainbow Gallade. I feel like either of those could be reasonable picks for my pack points. Hey, Fashel, thank you for the biddies. Hopefully we just open one of the two of them organically, and then we'll craft the other. Got my second Rainbow Garchomp. Jealous. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get Rainbow Garchomp. I think it's just gonna be... I think I'm basically done pulling on Triumphant Light. I'm at essentially 0 pack points, and I don't want to spend enough to get up to 1250 again. At that point, it's just like bad EV to open them. I think Gallade's a pretty reasonable card right now. I agree. I think all of the stage 2 fighters are pretty reasonable. Hey, Captain Frost, thanks for the 15 months. Pulled 2-star Town Elders. Oof. Rip that one. Is there a world where we have enough playable evolutions to make 2-star Elder viable? I'd be very surprised. All the Arceus secret mission. This is one of the worst bugs mobile games have with some consistency, is the phantom pimple that you can't get rid of. Basically every mobile game I've ever played hits that bug somewhere in their client at some point, and it's always just the Stone Cold Bratwurst thing to have happened. Like it happens to all of them eventually. All of them at some point have a game or have a notification somewhere that just refuses to disappear. I'm gonna get another game or two with this one. Tournament round start in 5 minutes, so you can probably play one before then. This is Mythical Island Executor plus Leafeon. A fun one we were playing. I think this card has some pretty appealing breakpoints in this metagame. It notably deals 140 damage to things with 3 energy. Lines up pretty well against Arceus. Now, there is a chance they scramble our egg here on the first turn of the game. They can go X speed, stage 1, clean us out. I don't think we play around that 2-card combo here. They are playing 2 of each of those, most likely. Ew. I think I'm doing this. The tough part about these fighting decks is they're often both Sabrina and Cyrus decks. I'm gonna Erica here to play around Rampardos Cyrus, but if they could maybe get us here. Age 2 Sabrina's gonna get us cooked up, I think. Oh, they just have the stage 2 plus this. Holy and wait. I wasn't thinking about the Lucario. I should have put the energy from the Leafeon on the Executor. Do you have any T-Tar decks brewed up? We have not hit the portion of the set release yet where I build decks with cards I'm pretty sure are unplayable. No. There's enough things that I think might be competitive that I want to build and play with that. We only play truly terrible things like that early when people donate for them. We'll get to it eventually, but Tyranitar Enjoyers got done dirty. They're hanging out with Tyranitar, Giratina, and Gengar Enjoyers. All have a nice little club together in Pokemon Pocket. Why do the devs hate us, the club? When the random queue seems to have a very large bias in favor of fighting decks. And for reference, I think this current fighting deck is very good. But even when it's not good, you see a lot of it. Just disproportionately represented, in my experience. This deck's probably pretty mediocre against the fighting stuff. Rampardo slides up real well into our breakpoints. We die to Lucario here, and we die to Cranidos plus X speed. The card games change, but the card gamers running an eternal amount of time down off the clock before they play the card that wins the game on the spot remains the same. All right, I don't know. Maybe we'll try this one again later, but a couple of fighting games there did inspire confidence. We were playing this. What do I play it to? We had good games with it yesterday. We beat Dialga and Darkrai a bunch with it yesterday. Maybe it's just a bad fighting matchup. Our tournament match says starting soon, so hopefully. And chill here for a minute while we wait for that. This is a tournament deck. We are going to play some Starmie Glaceon in the tournament. I need to get it out of my system. This is the Jeff loses while playing Starmie portion of the expansion. gonna do this. I want to believe in Glaceon. I just want to say that the more I've played Glaceon, the more I've liked it. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if we just embarrass ourselves today. Dialga Arceus for our first matchup here. Pengu, thank you for the 2 years. Welcome back. I was between two decks for today, Pengu, and you were like, can I donate to have you play Starmie? I was like, I'm gonna take that as a sign, and we'll just play that in the tournament. Waiting for our opponent to check in. They are here, lovely. Yes, we're playing 4 basics because we have both Capes and Irida to give more sustain and hopefully not die. Playing more cards that make your cards beefy makes you get punished less often for having fewer basic Pokemon. It's kind of the same reason the Exeggutor and Leafeon decks get away with fewer basics. So your opponent is less likely to kill the ones that you have when you're playing a bunch of cards. We are playing against relatively stock Dialga Arceus. First energy advantage here, favoring them is a big deal. Hopefully we have Misty to win it back. They've got 2 Leaf, 1 Cyrus, 1 Sabrina, 1 Geo, 2 Potion, 2 Cape, 1 Rocky Helmet, so a ton of sustain here for them. That's nice. Then hopefully this turns into Starmie with this. I think I communicate before I decide where to commit my energy. Ideal start for the opponent here. Less than ideal start for us. They have first energy advantage. Probably going to be a uphill climb. I'm definitely putting this here. I think I keep the Staryu and energy here. And then if they put the Arceus up to kill the Staryu, they put the Arceus up to kill the Staryu, the Glaceon gets to clean it back. The downside here is if they hit their 50%er to have their one of Geo. Oh, they have their one of Rocky Helmet. That means I need to draw my second keep. Alright, and then we just hope they don't have their basic here, I think. Except we're dead if they do. They had the perfect setup, and they had the first energy advantage. Just how it goes. Sometimes we'll have Misty to offset it, and sometimes we won't. We have first energy advantage. We have an EV, but we have no evolution. They have Dialga to start. They have Arceus to start. Okay. There's a few things breaking our way here to start. But it is playing the build with 2 copies of Leaf. Then reposition at the start. I'm gonna go ahead and communication aggressively here, because if I hit Staryu, I want to play it out. We didn't hit the other Starmie, so we didn't hit the Staryu, but this is like a fine thing to have drawn, yeah. If they leave for this turn, I have our copy of Cyrus. I think I tackle, because if they retreat next turn, they're at 100 then, and then Glaceon could Cyrus it up and clean it out. Would be nice. Not evolving means I take 30 less from Metallic Turbo as well when they leave. I see people talking about the choice of Eevee. I'm very confident there is not a strictly correct Eevee choice currently. There are upsides and downsides to both the EVs we can be playing. Yeah, yes, confident the Growl version is bad is a good take. So I waited to play this out because they're on a Sabrina, and I didn't want to get tempoed by the Sabrina. Oh, now I gotta decide what we want to do. Probably just heal up. Yeah, we need to find a Staryu next turn. So we have 2 Staryus, a Pokeball. Perfect. Now, something that's unfortunate here is that Glaceon being weak to metal means that, Glaceon being weak to metal means they can finish with Dialga here. And put energy on something else. Ten points short on this Arceus. This is really unfortunate. After they clear Glaceon, we'll put Starmie up, obviously. It can retreat for free. If we don't draw... if we don't draw Glaceon, we're dead to Sabrina. I have 1 copy of. This is, you know, the power of their deck is in the consistency, right? Like, we have to assemble Stage 1 Pokemon and Plague Evolution Pokemon. It's just kind of bad in Pokemon Pocket is the sad reality. At least in the current metagame. I think we play till 2 losses in this tournament, yeah? Players with 15 points. Oh, we played till 3 losses. Sweet. So there's no tiebreakers. It's just X and 2s make it to top cut. Definitely feels like they've pushed the basics a little bit too hard. I don't know if that means it's gonna be unbalanced. Like there's probably a good range of mostly basic Pokemon you can play, but I would expect that. Most of the good decks are just rocking a bunch. All right, our first viewer pile. Playing a build from last season, some Dawn Charizard. Let's check this one out. We have Moltres and we have Charmander. That's lovely. I think we are supposed to wait to play Charmander in a spot like this. Nevermore. Not anymore. Not anymore. I was gonna say we don't want to get Sabrina out of our Moltres activation next. A second Moltres. We can play it out. Some Garchomp gaming here for the opponent, it looks like. So, is this how the other half always lives, chat? You just do your stuff and you build your big dino and then they die? Why have I worked so hard for so long? I really want an attack that makes your stage 1 and stage 2s do more damage. I actually don't think that's remotely the problem with stage 1 and stage 2s. I think a big part of the problem with stage 1 and stage 2s is that they don't have meaningfully more life than the basic Pokemon. I think it's weird that like Arceus and Glaceon and Articuno and Leafeon, like that these stage 1s that are worth playing all have the same amount of life or less than some of these basic EX Pokemon. Is the core of the issue, I think. If we clear their first one with Moltres and then Charizard comes up, they're gonna be run out. And then we have a potion here, so the Moltres kills this and then doesn't die to their back. Nice. And Charizard is ramped up and ready to clear them twice. This deck is such easy mode. I don't usually play tier 1 decks in the random queue. You mostly just feast on people, huh? First energy advantage. Can I get a Moltres? Lost the Schfifty. In fact, we're gonna Pokeball into Sky Shaman and Moltres here, yeah? Get the free retreat. It's gonna be sick. Is Charizard still tier 1? It is not. I would assume, like most stage 2 decks, it's good hands where things come together, look unbeatable, but then it loses to things like Arceus at 18 Trainer in the wash because they're more consistent than it is. Charizard has fallen from grace. It's just like, you know, the decks that are more consistent than it got more powerful. I actually might want to save this one to communication, so it's gonna vibe for a turn, I think. The combo of Cyrus and Magnezone coming into the game really hurt the Moltres lead. I mean, that's revisionist history. Charizard had fine stats, so it was the second most popular deck consistent this season. I think. The thing I just said hurt Charizard. Decks that are more consistent than it got more powerful because there's lots of good basic Pokemon like Dialga and Arceus. And then the second thing is the Executor deck became less popular, which is one of the things that Charizard was preying on inside of tournaments. Is a combination of its good matchups getting less popular and things that are more consistent getting stronger. I suppose X-Speed Sabrina murders us here, yeah? Because I didn't play the other Charmander. I should have played the other Charmander after I swapped here. They don't have X-Speed. It's cool. We're good. It's crazy seeing the Lucario Rampardos deck being the second most used in the tournament today. Why is that crazy? Fairly well positioned in the metagame overall. And now I think I'm waiting to play this out because I don't want to get caught by a Sabrina after the fact. I didn't have one last turn. Don't have one this turn. Immersive Charizard's the best immersive. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Got a cool scene, it's got a banger tune. I need to draw... I need to find an X-Speed or a Shaman here, I think. Still be a Shaman. Nice. Okay. And then this being Shaman means that I can retreat this Moltres without having to put energy on it, which lets my Charizard Trogdor the countryside 3 turns in a row. Although this Magnezone might give us a fit, yeah? We crunch this, and then this does 110, putting us to 70. Then the Pikachu can actually finish if we don't draw another potion. Which, this is probably why a lot of these Charizard builds have played. The submitter for this deck explicitly wanted to see Dawn, but I'm skeptical that she's worthwhile. She lets your Moltres get aggressive, but if this Dawn was a cape, we'd be in can't lose territory. But because it's not another sustain card. Need to top deck a potion now, which is likely. Oh, with the second Rocky helmet, we're actually just cooked either way, yeah? I don't think we have room for Sabrina because of the cards like Dawn either, which is another card there. If that Dawn was a Sabrina, we also win the game, right? And that's the question, right? Like, how often is getting aggressive with the Moltres better than having a powerful card like Sabrina in the late game? All right, we have 15 minutes till the next round of the tournament, but we take a quick pause, let some adverts roll. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my lunch while that happens. We're gonna be playing this and other viewer decks in between rounds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Oop, muted. Punk, thanks for the prime, appreciate it. I most want to draw Moltres here, so start. Toss Pokeball out, lovely. Hopefully Charmander survives going around with Mama Kangaskhan here. Opponent deep in the tank before requesting Kangaskhan murder our adorable Charizard. How did round 1 go? Died to the best deck in the metagame like the filthy casual we are. Someone else in the tournament we're currently playing, it has like 12% 18 trader decks, which sounds about par for the course. Not gonna sit here and wait for our opponents to time out. Yes, two Pokemon 18 traders. Never thought I'd see the day Jeff plays Charizard. I mean, for 10 bucks, I'll play whatever you want. People just don't normally pay me to play decks that are good. Forklift, thanks for the 5 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Lightning Energy Drudagon, eh? Man, Pokeballing into Sky Shaman instead of Charmander is scuffed. Dragonite's a good call out. Probably. I guess we're going dig it here. Cooked, chat. Cooked! My body is ready to Pokeball into Sky Shaman again. Not wholly dead. Nice. Opponent's draw is also as bad as ours, so we got that going for us. You played with new Raichu? Yeah, we actually played with new Raichu for over an hour yesterday. Yeah, highlight up at some point. It was really sweet. I think that card's super good. I might play the new Raichu deck tomorrow, actually. Or do a tournament tomorrow afternoon, too, I think. Depending on what numbers today look like. I think we're floating about 1,700 people between the two platforms, which is down a little bit from where we were with Snap, but not too bad. Haven't been playing Pocket for that long yet today. Rip. I like Carnivine Arceus stuff a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a natural metagame evolution to eat up these fighting decks once they keep pushing up their metagame share. I'm gonna double a potion here, so that way they can't kill this with tail smack. Are any of the Arceus Link cards bad? I don't think so. I think I'd probably rank the Magnezone as the worst of them, but I think it's still pretty solid. Even being the worst. Oh, I forgot about T-Tar. T-Tar's definitely the worst. Not close. Not close. T-Tar's the worst. I apologize to everybody who appropriately hates T-Tar. T-Tar is so bad I forgot it existed. These games have kind of felt like why I haven't played a ton of Charizard in the past. Just like they're not a lot of this isn't a high player agency deck. The things that decide whether you win or lose the game tend to be largely outside your control. Your deck either does the thing and they die, or it doesn't do the thing and you die. You're just kind of hoping your stage 2 comes together. Thankfully their stage 2 is bad. Got him. Good night. So far, Dawn has done actual nothing. We'll get a few more games in here, but I would be surprised if I come away from this being like, yeah, Dawn was useful. Looking for a babby. Looking for a babby. On Babby Charmander. There he is. There he is. But they are gamers. They get big and angry. Garchomp here probably for the opponent. Fighting Water Energy Shaman lead. Yes, Raichu was in Tuesday's video. Shaman's about to learn that it's sustained mostly doesn't matter here. Garchomp gets firmly bigger fished by the Charizard. Yes, Charizard things. Unironically, with them missing the stage one, we could probably miss like 4 out of the next 6 coins and still be okay here. That. Let's go! And then from here, they're just wholly and fully cooked, yeah? We retreat. We take a slash knockout. We go up to 5. We Crimson Storm down to 3. We go up to 4. We Crimson Storm again. What's their line? They could, I guess if they have Garchomp Cynthia into second Gabite, they could take the Charizard down. We've mostly been playing against random Q Jank Fashel. Oh, if they don't have it this turn. Oh, honey. Oh, honey, we're all done. Or there were permutations of cards in their deck that could kill this Charizard. These are not among them. Cynthia only hits for 180 or 150. That after the Gible attack wasn't enough. Sabrina technically buys you a turn, I suppose. Just wanted to let Mommy come out and play on the way out the door. All right, the round is 3 minutes overtime, so I don't think we're gonna queue another one. I'll do like 1 or 2 more games with the Charizard deck after the next round. So far, Dawn's done a whole lot of nothing for us. Bro, we are playing Starmie Glaceon in the tournament. I'm a glutton for punishment. Who has a sickness that is only cured by Sweetwater EX Pokemon. So we're playing this. I'm gonna run fill my drink up while we're waiting for this round to pop. Hopefully it'll just be a minute. Great. While we're waiting here, I would like to plug. I haven't said it at all today. I know I've got new people in and out every day. The Hogalandia Spraggles Open Series will be returning this Saturday, March 8th. We got one of the best prize pools a Pokemon Pocket Tournament has ever had. We're going to have 600 USD in cash prizes to the top 8 finishers. And then the Pokemon Company gave Spraggles and I each some creator codes that we're putting up as prizing for the tournament as well to the top 32. Got 2,400 Pokegold to 9th through 16th. Got a bunch of pack hourglasses to 17 through 32, and then some door prizes as well. We're also going to have some additional pack codes for pack hourglasses to give out during the broadcast to people watching. That'll be starting at noon Central Time on Saturdays. Be sure to check that out. Free to enter and play in. It's over. The one match outstanding. You and Godsley have a tournament the same day. Ursi's running her event as well. Our prize pool is like effectively double Ursi's, and I believe it's like 10x what Godsley is running. So I'm not really concerned with the overlap. We've got the broadcast experience down to a science. One metric I was very proud of was our first tournament. We had over 90% of our stream showcasing matches of Pokemon Pocket that hadn't been seen yet during the tournament. And a majority of the less than 10% that wasn't was scheduled downtime for advert breaks to pay the bills. Oh, no waiting around. Wondering what changed in the meta to make you run less than 5 basics? There wasn't a change in the meta. There was a change in available card pool. So this deck is playing Giant Cape and Irida. One of the downsides to playing few basics is your first Pokemon dying before you have a chance to get to your second Pokemon. So by having 4 cards that help your Pokemon sustain, you are less likely to get punished for playing fewer basics. And that's not to say you'll never get punished, but cards like Irida and Cape serve similar roles to more basics. Similar to how we saw the Executor Celebi deck playing just 3 basics in the previous season because they were playing Ericas and Capes and Potions and stuff like that. I'm crazy enough to put an extra evolution in this. I think playing a Leafeon's fine. You wouldn't want to play a non-EX evolution though, because giving up 1 point is really bad when you're a double EX deck typically. Leafeon's effectively a colorless attacker. All right, the last match is finished. Assuredly, we will have a pairing here momentarily. With the Raichu build, what was the consideration behind A1 Pikachu for 20 damage as opposed to Circle Circuit 30 damage? I would encourage you to read Circle Circuit if you're confused why I wasn't playing that Pikachu in that build. Why doesn't your tournament get a featured star on Limitless? I would assume because I didn't grease the right wheels. I don't know. Getting featured on Limitless is mostly worthless to us. Like I think we have 500 people signed up. Realistically, I only need like 100 people playing in the tournament to run a tournament and have good coverage for it. Like it's fun to say it was bigger, but realistically having more players just means more logistical headaches. It's funny. I had a competitor from the last one complain in my DMs that they didn't have good customer service, and I was just like, my dear gamer, you are not the customer playing in this tournament. The customer are the people watching the tournament stream at home. You get to play in this tournament with hundreds of dollars in cash prizes for free because you're the product I'm selling to the actual customer. Never forget the truest tenet of capitalism, chat. If something is free, you are the thing being sold. Always, always, and forever. Hello, it's me. I'm the customer, exactly. We have an opponent, and they are playing Drudagon Dragonite, speaking of. No one bracket do be wilding, yo. Feeling my lack of Giovanni's in my Deal 90 deck. Opponent has no red card, no Sabrina. I still kind of want to hold on to this in case I draw communication, though, I think. So 2 Leaf, 2 Communication, 1 Irida, 2 Rocky Helmet, 1 X Speed. A lot of free retreating help for our opponent. I think I want to go ahead and tackle for 20 here, even though I'm taking 40. Because if I draw Misty and hit heads next turn, marking 20 damage on this Drudagon means Starmie clears it. A worthwhile exchange because of the possibility of drawing Misty. Part of me wants to play these, but another part of me doesn't want them up in the face of a Dragonite. This especially, taking only 1 hit to go down as scuffed. Them spreading their energy out here has to be wrong, yeah? I think that was a misclick. Snowy terrain gets to mark some damage on whatever comes up. They're probably mostly dead from here, I imagine. We're killing this. They go second energy. This comes up, they go third energy. Dragons are weak to ice, so obviously we win from here. Mood. So, if I didn't have the second Irida, this Rocky Helmet on the Dratini would have meant that they could clear with the Dragonair next turn. Do I flip a coin on getting the other Glaceon? I think I do. Because having more bodies in play, and obviously I could get the Starmie, but like having another Glaceon out would be good. Stain. I could have just gone Staryu Cape. That's true too. I could have gone Staryu. I could have gone Staryu Cape Eevee as well. Prism Shism, thank you for the primer. Appreciate it. It's not possible for them to win here, right? The capes don't do anything. They only do 200 total. They have no points. I just had to double check the deck list when I saw the Irida come out. I was like, wait, there's not a... Even if they had like a cape too, they'd still be dead. Like double potion. Get a couple of points on the way out the door, but we're done. Limbic System, thanks for the primer. There's a ton of great people you can support with every month on Twitch. For supporting me this month, that direct bit of support is a big part of why this is able to be my job. All right, I mean, both decks kind of got to do what they wanted. The opponent attaching the energy to the Dratini was really strange. Might have actually lost if they hadn't done that. Which is not really a nod in favor of the deck that we're playing. They would have gotten 2 Dragonite attacks since they had their evolution assembled. Opponent has first energy advantage. Hopefully we can find a Misty and steal it back. Gonna vibe on playing the second Eevee out. Does something to all right, Misty. 25% of the time the game is over. Oh, fun, interesting Pokemon Pocket. Got him, 1-1. Tournament gamer. Clean up step, cleaned up. If ready for ranked. Ready for ranked mode. Okay, soldier on. Play 1 or 2 more with Charizard, and then be on to our next viewer pile. Hey, new Preem, thanks for the 20 months. People that ever watched me play on a tournament day before usually only play the tournament deck in the rounds, then we play other things in between. Helps keep us some variety once people know when we're playing tournament matches versus not at a glance. Viewer count built up a little bit on the YouTube side. Actually, unironically, have exactly the same concurrent viewer count, essentially, that we did playing Snap this morning. Button. That would be nice if I could mix and match whatever we want. Use Snap in the morning sometimes and Pocket in the morning sometimes. Tomorrow we're going to play in a tournament also. Maybe we'll let that be the decider. There's usually afternoon tournaments on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes Fridays. Maybe we'll do Snap in the mornings on days where we can play Pocket tournaments in the afternoon. Spirit Tomb Arceus. Doles. Whirling Disaster, eh? Hold on to the other Babby for now. Can communication it away down the line. This is another spot where, like, I don't think I'm ever dawning onto the Moltres, right? Like, we're just building up Big Daddy Dino here. And that's it. Hey, what's going on, Hillian? Yeah, I really like the Arceus supporting guest. I also think Arceus Dialga as a villain of the format is a much more interesting villain to have than Executor was last season. I'm hoping the 18 trainer stuff ends up falling off and is just a fad. Is my only kind of like, I'm not a huge fan of it, but if the 18 trainer stuff ends up being more meme than good, and Arceus Dialga ends up being the top dog, I think that format's gonna be real solid. Well, that's annoying. We need 1 heads there to be able to start blasting next turn. Have you tried Sky Shaman in Charizard? There's a Sky Shaman in this build, and so far it's been nothing but bad. Will the 18 trainer decks be featured during your tournament? I am giving my feature match pickers for the first couple rounds some strict instructions. They are no mirror matches and no 18 trainer matchups. And then obviously as we get into the later rounds and we're only focusing on people that are in Top Cut or alive for Top Cut, our options get a little bit more restricted, but you best believe we will be picking the features accordingly. Oh hey, the Dawn might actually be useful because they Cyrused us. Let's see if we can find a Charizard here, huh? I did have a good family trip. It's worth noting though that it was a family trip, not a vacation. And for those of you without small children that aren't familiar with that distinction, on a vacation you get to sleep. On a family trip, you chase 3 children, 11 and under, around a water park for 8 hours a day. Which isn't to say it wasn't fun. You had a really good time and the kids enjoyed it. Is to say, it's an important distinction. Dawn's gonna do something, chat! Shout out to Cyrus for finally giving Dawn a text box. That would not have been possible without our opponent's supporter card as well. We could have also hit 1 more heads on the Moltres to be fine, but brick start as we did, we needed it. After hemming and hawing, I'm gonna play bag border. Oh, so unironically, if you are a Hoaglandian, who is playing something interesting and off meta in the tournament, you should slide into my DMs because I want to pick Hoglandians playing off meta decks as our first round 1 and 2 feature matches, especially round 1. And obviously, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of DMs, so not everybody can be a guaranteed feature. But round 1, it's hard to like have time to pull deck lists, so knowing a few people in advance that are playing interesting things. What are your thoughts on Barry? I actually really like Barry, and after playing with Snorlax a bunch, I think I underestimated Snorlax. There is a Barry Heracross highlight up on the YouTube channel, and there will be a Darkrai Berry highlight up there relatively soon as well that I liked. Hey, is Sky Shaman gonna have text gamers? I think Sky Shaman's gonna have text. Look at this. Look at this. Oh wait, I shouldn't retreat this yet though, because Moltres takes 50, so we just let baby Charizard Charmander take a hit. Ilian, thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate that support. Afternoon. Best place for DMs is definitely Discord, yeah. Blue Sky also works, but... If you expect me to check Twitter DMs, you have to give me hazard pay. Opening my DMs on Twitter is walking into a dark and scary place. Any new card that you think was overhyped? I don't think so. I think there wasn't really too... I think the things that were expected to be good at mostly ended up being good. We haven't had another Celebi situation in a little bit. Sky Shaman might be double X-speed this game. Yeah, that's true. It might be. It X-speeded the Charmander, and it might X-speed the Moltres later. Amaratus, thank you for the over 2 years. Welcome back. Stop asking for your deck picks in your DMs, Jeff. This isn't going to end well, Mood. Oh no! They're gonna murder my Moltres into with Sudowoodo. This is unacceptable. Alright, hopefully we communicate to Charizard next turn, eh? Yeah, that's true. The lack of build-up for the set meant there wasn't really time to build hype, is accurate. And then we went from cards dropping to instantly having tournaments, right? And we were able to have results right away. That's actually one of the things I think DNA and Pocket, etc. have been really fumbling, is we really need at least a week's worth of lead time on when cards are coming out to build some amount of hype. Like, I feel like this recent set release did not have as somebody who's been in the card game space for a while, I feel like there was not an appropriate amount of generation around it compared to what I expect from a typical card game release. Actually, I actually think I'd go so far as to say I think there was more explicitly negative hype around it because people are like, oh god, another card pack already because of economic pressure than anything remotely positive. Well, if they don't have combinations of Sabrina, the Charizard should burn them down from here. What's the more efficient 50 damage attacker, Carnivine and Arceus or Skarmory and Tools? They're just different, right? So, like, Skarmory has 4 tools to go with it, whereas Carnivine typically only has 2 Arceus, but Arceus gets Pokeballed and Communication into. All right, yep, that'll do it. Oh wait, this one's not weak to fighting, but we have a turn here. Oh, they have 2 Lucarios though. Got it. Yeah, I ought to be honest, I think I ought to be done. This deck's super dry. The Dawn did one thing one time because our opponent Cyrus does, but I just don't enjoy these super linear, do my thing, hope my thing is good enough and works. There's not enough bob and weave. Wait, since when does playing X speed give a point? That's true. If that had simply been another X speed, it wouldn't have been good enough. Our next viewer deck is a fun one. So I was actually just asking about Infernape in one of the chats, and our next build is an Infernape Heatran with an Arceus. The submitter had this Rotom in it, which I assume they're using to attack tools, but also part of me is like, did they mean to play the other one? But there's no Cyrus in here, so I assume this is the right Rotom. So we can take a brief pause for the cause and let some adverts roll so they don't happen in the middle of the game. When we get back, we're going to monkey around a little bit. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Don't go anywhere. Watch it on the YouTube side, so tap the like button on the live stream. We got almost 700 viewers there and only 300 like button pressers. Probably pump that up a little bit. Enjoy daily Pokemon Pocket live streams Monday through Friday. Make sure to let me know by pressing that button. Impressive how good Rampardos Lucario became with the addition of Sudowoodo. Yeah, we'll see. We haven't, what's the word? We haven't had like a big tournament with a high Rampardos play rate yet. I'm curious to see what the conversion rates look like for that deck. Will it still put up good results when lots of people are playing it, will be the question. It's obviously good when it makes it into the later rounds and gets to feast on the Dialga Arceus most popular deck, but like, how does it hold up the rest of the time into the rest of the field? Like, a little question mark still, I think. My ideal spoiler week would be 1 week with an EX revealed each day per pack. Yeah, I think that would be good. Speaking of per pack, I really hope Pokemon Pocket considers not doing 2-pack releases anymore. I really think it would be better for the game and the economy if they just did all 1-pack releases. Or more frequent 1-pack releases as opposed to less frequent 2-pack releases. Makes the trading economy better. Makes it easier for people who are trying to decide how to spend their resources to have less decision paralysis. Ooh, that's a good point. 1-pack releases are worse for people pack pointing. I guess that's valid, but at the same time, like, you get so few pack points. I think being able to trade things sooner is a bigger deal than your pack points working for 2 packs together. Also, saying it's worse for people who want to pack point crowns. You people aren't real life. People pack pointing crowns are like Omega Colossal Kraken whales. We shouldn't make any decisions based on you. I think there's a chance we get a 3-pack release for the next one in 8 weeks. That was what it was stated to be. Yeah, maybe. I think that would be a miss, but see, there's definitely been no consistency in how they release cards so far. So, like, all bets are off. They could do literal anything. I think saying things like pack points should be universal and not separated is a pointless discussion to have because it's something that's never going to happen. One of the problems I have with this deck is if you start on Arceus, it's GG. Well, this deck list is playing 6 basic Pokemon, and only one of them is an Arceus, yeah? So the odds that you start on Arceus while simultaneously not having another basic is pretty low. That's not to say it's never going to happen, but it is to say, like, I don't think you should make decisions based around that. Rocky hat on Chimchar. Dude, 2 Rocky helmets in this deck list is neat. Infernape has a ton of HP, and it helps it hit some key breakpoints, and Heatran's a pretty beefy boy. We're no longer playing in a tournament for the day. You'll be removed from the stream title. If you're ever wondering if we're playing in a tournament or not, just refresh to make sure your title is up to date. If you start with Arceus, you're forced to attack with it or let it die. Yes, that is accurate. But again, you shouldn't make deck building decisions based around things that are unlikely to happen. That's bad deck building in gameplay. Oh, I should have put an energy on him for Fiery Punch. That'll be fine. That's fine. They're going to hit him one more time. We're going to Communication into an Infernape. We're going to put Heatran up and finish. I haven't played any tools yet, so Rotom's going back. Not the monkey I wanted for Christmas. You playing the wrong Rotom and attacks for lightning energy, or am I missing something? You're missing that it does not attack for lightning energy. Average stage 2 deck game here, unfortunately. Done our thing, and now we're kind of in a bad way. Heatran's, like, really embarrassing for these Sudowoodo decks to play into, though, huh? I would love to be able to request a card, and then people in the app can look at and see which card I'm looking for and then say if they have it. So that's a very common request, but it's also one that misunderstands how and why the trading system is designed the way that it is. So it is very intentional that you have to touch grass and interact with other human beings to trade in Pokemon Pocket. One of the things that is eminently true about this style of game is that people who play this style of game, on average, play it longer and more frequently if they have other human beings they talk to the game about. So you should probably never expect them to have in-client trading stuff where you just list cards that you want and get them without having to talk to people, because it's a feature, not a bug, that you are required to talk to people to get cards to trade in this game. That's working. That's working as intended. People always make that request. They think it's an oversight. They think that trading was rushed and that they're missing that feature because it was rushed. It's like, that's not why it's not there. It's not there because they don't want it to be there. Killed my monkey. That's fine, right? All right, is my monkey gonna be enough to take this down, gamers? They need second Lucario plus a Giovanni or another helmet, yeah? Or first helmet, if they have helmets. Again, second Lucario lets them do 80. You do 80-80. Ooh, Sudowoodo. Well, they don't have the they didn't have the other Lucario here. If they had the other Lucario here, they'd have gotten us. This is Arceus guaranteed, yeah. So with the guaranteed Arceus, I get to retreat to Heatran. I can play this out because he has a free retreat cost. Heatran looking really impressive. Gave us enough time to survive to get to Infernape this game. It's, got a lot of appeal. It's a backup attacker. It lasts long, especially into these Sudowoodos. This is only doing 90, right? So we put this up. Already Sabrina. I suppose if they have a Rocky helmet, we tie the game. Yes, Heatran working with Dawn and Infernape is also. Sure. A close game here, but we came out on top against one of the better decks in the format. I think the current metagame we have shaping up is significantly better than the Executor best deck metagame. The only question mark is, are 18 Trainer Cheese decks here to stay? Hopefully they're a fad that's going to go away. Definitely leading on the Heatran. Heatran's breakpoints are pretty appealing into Dialga as well. Hopefully this Dialga metal deck. Or it's the Arceus build, but they don't have Dialga. Cool. We're gonna Pokeball first because we're looking to draw a stage 1 and a stage 2. Went to build a deck last night and realized I only have 1 Yanma and 2 Yanmega EX. Well, you can trade for the Yanma now, and that trading is free. It doesn't cost you any points, so find you a friend. The deck that used to keep the 18 trainer Articuno deck in check was Pikachu. It's not that the 18 trainer deck was previously being kept in check. It's that the 18 trainer deck previously had to play really terrible cards like Hand Scope and others. It gets to play a bunch of good cards now instead of terrible ones. Pokedex, right? Like, look at the trainer list that the early 18 trainer decks had to play. They were atrocious. Thinking of things that are the opposite of atrocious, man, is our opponent cooked, gamers? We have the monkey. We have a free retreat cost. They need a cape or we're about to burn this Arceus down. Yeah, I think this is a concession monkey. Arceus really should have left Infernape Stapler alone. And now I gotta burn it to the ground. I really want this deck to be good, chat. Free retreat costs bring me huge amounts of joy in Pokemon Pocket. And they had first energy advantage there too. Absolutely baked. Concession Monkey is my favorite lesser known Beastie Boys song. LOL. LOL. I have a lot of fun with Dark Berry. Yeah, that one, unironically, might be something I queue with in a tournament at some point. It felt pretty powerful. That core. I think that's going to be tomorrow morning's highlight, if I recall correctly on the schedule. I know I recorded an intro for it. I don't remember when I have it scheduled. Alright. We need a funky monkey chip. The funkiest of the monkeys. We are not playing out other basics because I want to. If they hit Misty Heads, we're dead either way. Want to not get Sabrina for the time being. Rotom is tech for this matchup. Ooh, that's a good call out. I'd buy that for $1. So if we hit Big Monkey on curve, we're in for a real bad time, yeah? You know what? Was I supposed to play the other baby monkey out? That way I could play around Misty Heads the following turn? Probably. All right, 2 communications, 2 big monkeys, and then 2 research. So 6 out of 11 cards loosely help us find the game-winning card. Play Rocky Helmet to prevent cape. They have a Rocky Helmet on their things. So they can't cape us. You're right. If they hadn't put an equipment on, we would have wanted the Rocky. Is Infernape a meta card, chat? Is he real? I don't know. Every time this card comes together, it's just like, The fact that it's good when going first is so strong. I love me a deck that has a good going first draw. Yeah, the real question about this deck isn't, is it good enough when it comes together? The question is Heatran Arceus good enough when Infernape doesn't come together? Because you're bound to have plenty of games where it doesn't come together. So is the backup plan enough in those other games? They literally just can't attack Heatran next turn. They get got. I'm gonna wait to play the Chimchar just because I don't want to get Sabrina out of it. Rage and Mad Strike does 40 extra when it has damages on it. So even if they evolve into Gabite here, crack us for 30, we'd clean it on the way back. They put energy on not the active. We'll play the other one of these out. Play around Sabrina a little bit. Dragon Gabite is 90. Fighting Gabite is 80. The 1 energy attack. More aggressive, less HP. Ah, it's a shame we gotta go. My tournament round opponent is here. It would be rude to make them wait for a random game. That was looking pretty sweet for our monkey. Doug Pie, thank you for the sub gift. Hope you had some good streams this week. So we're playing against Dialga, Arceus, Mew this round. 1 Shaman as a 6th basic. Copy of Mars. Noteworthy. First energy advantage going to our opponent is a heavy advantage for them. Hopefully we can have Misty to break that parity. Opponent's Hedgehog. They've got 1 of these, and then they have 2 Arceus, 2 Dialga, 1 Mew. Staryu is perfect. As I mentioned, they're playing a copy of Mars, so I want to get my hand as empty as possible here. If this hits 2 heads, it's incredible. Average Misty game, really. I think I put a cape on my Staryu. But it has 1 Mars, 1 Cyrus, 1 Sabrina, 1 Giovanni, 2 Potion, 2 Cape. No Rocky Helmet is the note. Don't need to play around that. 2 copies of Leaf that can let them truffle shuffle this Shaman right away. All right, Misty, could win the game. Win the game, girl. Probably dead. Probably dead. I'm not playing any copies of X-Speed or Leaf. And this is one of those spots that's sad because, like, it's not just that the Misties hit Tails. We effectively flipped Tails 3 times this game. We flipped Tails on being able to go first, and then we flipped Tails on 2 Misties, right? They are incredibly favored because of the starting coin flip, and then we had 2 chances to take that incredibly favored back to our side, and we missed on both of them. Now they have their perfect start. I don't know that we have any lines from here. I think when they have their perfect start and we don't have Misty to get out of it. Maybe there's a world where I was just about to say maybe there's a world where second Starmie can maneuver us around here. Oh, I don't know what a game win looks like from here, but it probably starts with that draw. It probably also involves Osiris. We have a copy of an 8 cards. So they hit me, I hit them. They kill me, I kill them. They hit me, I Cyrus for lethal. And if I was ahead a single energy this game, either having first energy advantage or either of those missies hitting even one head, I would be able to retreat this and hit them for 90 and not give a knockout. Does playing this do anything? I don't think so, right? This card's not stellar in this matchup. We're gonna be in a spot where we are just cooked by both Sabrina and Cyrus here. There are only 5 cards left in their deck, so the fact that we came down to a line is nice, considering how many things did not break our way. I suppose we're only 1 in 6. We both need their 2 cards buried, and I need to dig this Iris up. Very, very low probability. They could bars us into Osiris. That would be the real MVP. What if we had played the running Irida? I'm just timing out everybody that, everybody I'm timing out should go read Irida. Oh, man. Please and thank you. All right, we have first energy advantage, and they're leading on a Mew. So, start for us. We don't have the evolution for the Pokemon we started, which is less good. Our best draw is definitely Staryu. I'm actually going to decline using the research because of the threat. Because of the threat of bars? Yeah, they're halfway into their deck. I think I have to hit the pause button. If I research and don't hit a basic and they Mars us, we're so far behind. Communication puts us down a card, which is good for us technically. It's a shame the Misty Heads is 10 points off of clearing this. I think we still go for it, but well, it's a shame we don't have another basic to put something on here. All of this damage is effectively not doing anything while we're 10 short. not having another basic to put the energy on after Misty High rolls is really sad. Cape doesn't accomplish anything there, right? Did all the same stuff. Okay. They have their second leaf to pull the Dialga out for free. That being said, I need a cape here still too, right? In order for Staryu to live an Arceus hit. Alrighty. I think if we lose this game and lose this match, I'm gonna drop the tournament. Because like so much broke right our way this set. If we can't win this game, our deck is just not remotely reasonable. And honestly, I think we need a top deck Irida now, right? Because we've managed to not die to this, and then we need Irida to not die to the Dialga Metallic Turbo follow-up. We're like so much broke right for us, and I'm still only 25% from here. We've got 2 of them and 8 cards. And I think we're just cooked, yeah. They haven't played Fires up the Dialga League. Yeah, that's probably the line. I'm not excited about it. It loses to Leaf. But it is the line. Did they use both? Oh, they've only used one. And that's my only Cyrus here. I had to do to like survive. And like having to use my only Cyrus in this moment to survive means I don't have it for the future, yeah? But this isn't even good. I think this isn't even good is the problem, because I'm still dead to the Cyrus, only they had 2 more turns to draw it, right? Twitch chat, that's how this works. I'm still dead to Cyrus, but they had 2 more turns to draw it. I think this was like, I don't know if I could have done anything else. This feels like a good, we found the play to not lose line. Yeah, I don't think there are GG's about it. Yeah, this deck. I'm glad we played this tournament. I needed to get this deck out of my system and convince myself that I should delete it and never touch it again. We got some viewer decks to play. The Arceus and Infernape deck looking pretty sweet. yes, it would figure the one Pokemon I opened 3 2-star copies of. 4 2-star copies of. I got the rainbow one as well. It's just like stone cold unplayable. That makes me sad. All right, I need to run to the restroom. We're gonna run an ad break. When we get back, we are going to we're gonna play some of this. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Run to the bathroom. Be brief. Glaceon Greninja is pretty fun. I mean, lots of things that are stone cold unplayable are pretty fun. Follow your joy, gamer. If something I tell you isn't competitive, is something you enjoy playing. Like the random queue is like one of the least competitive queues you'll ever get into until ranked hits and everything gets really sweaty. Like there's lots of random stuff here. We're going first, and I have a full Infernape line. Infernape. It is, not monkeying around, gamers. 2-pair Infernape kicker. Poker face, poker face, my. Unironically, I think our first energy is going on Heatran, yeah? I need Heatran to power through the Druddigon. Throw this on you. This up here. I'm actually gonna leave this as a Monferno for now, because I might want to have access to a deal 30 for one. We're looking for a helmet for our monkey, yeah? Is our ideal find? Ooh, Rotom could work here too. So, Rotom is lightning typed, which means it does 40 for 1 into the Gyarados. So if Gyarados comes up here and hits the Heatran and cleans it, I can put an energy on Rotom and hit the Gyarados for 40 down to 140, and then that sets it up for Infernape to clean it out, yeah? Do you have the big fish or not, Gamer? Maybe they have the big fish and they're thinking about the implications of the Rotom. They could still be missing it. They could be leaping out here. That would imply they're about to leap out, yeah? Filling my bench means I can't Arceus this out, which is sad. But we're also at a point with them not having the Gyarados right away where I just get to, like, build second monkey, right? So it's like this kills this, monkey hits Gyarados, Gyarados doesn't clear Infernape. Oh, I'll also, once we clean this, just be able to Sabrina up something, yeah? We actually don't even need the second monkey. The Heatran just, like, showing its flex here, getting to be, like, a reasonable lead attacker, dealing 80 for 2 all these times. And then these two just fully cooking them. They're actually just here. Put a hat on that. They need double Gyarados this turn. Not be dead next turn to the Sabrina. I've been enjoying the Leafeon Psychic Eggs deck for yesterday. 10. Yeah, I like that one a lot too. I need to play some more matches with it so we can get a highlight in. Thanks. All right, I got 2 big monkeys. Rudigon matchup. We're looking for a Heatran then. And Fernape, traditionally speaking, struggles into these Drudagon decks, so Heatran being a way to counterplay there meaningfully seems slick. And I think I'm happy with that. We're not communicating for a baby monkey. We're just going to build towards Heatran. So I assume some kind of Darkrai control. Needs to be seen if it's Magnezone or Crobat Arceus or whatnot. Now we'll go ahead and communicate, looking for an Arceus or a baby monkey. Orc Vash, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Baby monkey is lovely. How do we feel about just giving up Rotom as a knockout this game to build the Infernapes? What's the back and forth? I put energy on here, I retreat this, I hit them. They put an energy on hit me, I put... Nah, I have time to build the monkey without giving this up. Monkey only taking 2 is so easy to build. This clears this in 2. We just need monkey ready to go for when the Darkrai comes up. I guess they could leaf in the Darkrai this turn. I suppose. Yeah. I should have put a helmet on. I should have put a helmet on my thing. I guess I could put a helmet on here, but they could top deck Crobat and get it. Another basic is nice here. Let's play around to Sabrina. I guess I could just evolve my monkey too, though. They clear aggressively here or not? Oh. They have Crobat? Okay. I definitely should have evolved. If they would have had Crobat, I would have had to put this up. Yeah, some slops here for me. Let's see if Monkey can pull us through. I think Monkey might be able to pull us through our slops. Made a couple of mistakes this game. It's a lot of Pokemon lines to our opponent. It is, yeah. Not nearly a ton of room for utility stuff on their side. Cape! Hockey helmet. Great. Dodge a Sabrina. We can dodge a ball, gamers. Oh, I guess we... No, the Crobat doesn't even kill me, right? They would need Crobat plus a full bench is only 160 or 170. And our Sabrina is lethal next turn. Oh, I guess we didn't even need the helmet, right? Because we have the Sabrina. The helmet just beats like another 140 plus a cape. Infernape is such a healthy gamer. 70 is so much. Crobat has 150. That's not true. Crobat has 110, gamer. I don't know what card you've been looking at. I am becoming more and more of a monkey believer the more games we play. 140 damages is 140 damages is a nice amount of damages. Another Gyarados opponent. They put something in the water, gamers. Is Monkey Leafeon too crazy? It's just a lot of deck slots. All right, let's see if Heatran can punch us through the Gyarados wall again. This card into Druddigon is a nice lineup. They have first energy advantage though. How does Leafeon work with Infernape when a player blitz needs 2 fire energy? You don't play grass energy. Leafeon is effectively a colorless attacker because it provides its own grass energy with its ability. We just hit our evolution in order to retreat for free here. Put a helmet on Heatran. Heatran kills the Druddigon in 2 because we do 40 and then we take 20 and then we deal 80. Getting rage and mad from this rough skin. And then Gyarados hits Heatran and takes 20, and then Rotom hits it for 40, and then Infernape finishes. I think Blastoise is very good breakpoints into this metagame as always. It's just like typical stage 2 deck problems. I would bet if you go back and try out my Manaphy Blastoise deck from last season that I liked, it's probably solid in the games where you can draw your turtle. And in the games where you can't, you're just going to be very sad. You don't really have room to play Irida in it. I guess you could try and play non-Manaphy Blastoise, but I don't know. That's not great. I was wondering why they put an energy on the Drudagon. That's so funny. All right, you get another turn, gamer. What's the strategy with the Darkberry deck? It's fun, but I think I miss a lot of games, so I focus too much on charging Darkrai. So the Darkberry deck was a deck that I enjoyed because I can't really give you a flow chart to play it. It's a deck that has what I would describe as dynamic gameplay, meaning you need to adjust your strategy based on the cards you draw and the lines your opponent is taking. So if they flip single heads here, I kill them with the Raging Mad Strike on the backswing. Jazer, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. 2 heads is kind of disaster territory for us. I don't really have a great response now. I'm splitting with Kangaskhan and then high rolling us is brutal. I think I need to go digging for another Heatran. Fine. But fine. All right. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, live it on a prayer. I'm putting a Rocky helmet on here so that way. Oh, was I supposed to dawn? Oh, I could have dawned. Oh my goodness, I missed the dawn. I missed the dawn. It's free retreat cost, and I missed the dawn. We dead to the Gyarados? I think we're dead to the Gyarados because they already have a knockout point. Oh, this one doesn't have damage on it. Right. I knew that somewhere in my heart of hearts. Does Rotom plus Ape get you there? No, because they already have a knockout point, Papa Bros. That is the issue. I think my best possible chance line is the Infernape survives a Gyarados hit, and then the Rotom could finish, maybe, if they don't have healing. Because this can live. Infernape lives a Gyarados hit. It only takes 160. So now, they put Gyarados up. They kill Heatran, Infernape hits them, and then Rotom finishes for 1 energy on the last attack. They have Rocky Helmet in their deck. I think we're done. I don't have any capes. The turn I missed the Dawn on the Heatran, it meant my Heatran needed 1 extra attack, which meant I didn't get to kill the Druddigon. If I would have not missed the Dawn there, we would have been able to Sabrina the other Gyarados up. But because I was a turn behind on the Heatran attack, doesn't do anything now. What does Sabrina do, Chad? I had 1 point. I had 1 point. That is what we were talking about. But they literally had a 20-point Druddigon that they put up if I Sabrina them. I would really encourage everybody that thinks I had a line to win that game after I missed the Dawn line to please go back and check the tape. You're wrong. Not terrible. We don't have any of our monkeys, but yeah, good game to see if Heatran Arceus can run it down. Can't attack me. You die next turn. Do I burn the Sabrina here? I kind of like Sabrina-ing them here. This is what they were playing around when they caped, but this makes them have the Aerodactyl, or they're going to lose it next turn. And they didn't have the Aerodactyl last turn, and they would have played it out. And they could discard the Amber, not giving me the point, but that's still good for me, I think. Jar is lovely. Would not be surprised to see a Cyrus happen here. Cyrus plus Giovanni is not something we're going to be able to beat. Gotta hope they don't have that combination. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I am going to communicate to make this look more appealing to clear. And then if they clear this, Dawn with the Arceus clears this next turn. And hey, okay, so now they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. They need to clear this. Either of these finish the chomp. They have to clear that because they're dead to Infernape. And then Dawn plus basic means they're still dead to the Arceus. This is a sweet game, and this is kind of the question, you know, that this deck needs to ask if it could be good is the Heatran Arceus plan good enough to win you some games when your monkeys don't come together? I think the answer is yes. Dawn being good with both halves of your Pokemon lines is also stellar. Yeah, it was neat. Good sequencing, things to think about. Garchomp gamer. About to get a little bit rocky for them here to start. Hey, Hackmage, thanks for the 3 years. Welcome back. Afternoon. Would you like to trade 20 for 20? You would not. But I'm gonna put hats on my Heatrans and call it a day. Ben Smith, thank you for the 34 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I think we gotta go dig in here. Baby Monkey or Arceus are both very good for us. Teenage Monkey, a lot less good. We have some time here, though. Is Local Man about to get Cynthia? Alright, they had 2 Gigabytes and perfect 4 starting energy. Can we avoid Garchomp plus Cynthia for 1 turn? I need 1 turn. I need you to not kill my Heatran in 1. Alright, they have 2 cards left. Are they Garchomp, Cynthia? I suppose if one of them's Garchomp, they get a redraw at Cynthia. This is the long pause of a gamer that's not about to clear. Assuredly, right? And I drew a baby monkey. Perfection. Oh, they're playing both Chomps. That's interesting. Neat. They're also out of cards here, though. Yeah, Rainbow Jump is pretty. Fighting Arceus, like that makes him officially the good guy. They notably cannot Dragon Claw me this turn, because it requires 2 fighting energy. They can get linear attacking, though. I assume they're going to go after Monferno, but we have the Infernape lined up. With the Infernape lined up and Arceus in hand, this means they are cooked if they leave this up next turn and don't heal it. Be like a top deck Irida here, or a Cape or something. Raging mad, gamers. Or not? Yeah, I guess they're actually attacking around us. Still dead to Sabrina. I'm really enjoying this 1-2 punch. I was leaning towards playing Raichu tomorrow, but Infernape has my heart. Like, we played a lot of Infernape last season. It was very bad then. If it's less bad this season, that probably means we need to do it. At least once, at least to get it out of my system. Heatran's a very good Pokemon Pocket card, yeah, for sure. They're a lightning deck. We're going first. If they're Pachirisu, they kill my Monferno before I can do anything. Alright, this is fine. We're just gonna evolve into this, and then the communication's gonna find us the Arceus, and we'll retreat this out and clear it away. Everything's gonna be alright. Do 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 do. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon in my hand. That leaves an Infernape, a Heatran, a Rotom, and an Arceus in my deck. For 1 and 4 on the communique. Dig what we're looking for. I am very confident you should only be playing 1 Arceus in this deck. Absolutely never want to lead on the thing. In a spot like this, it would be nice to be slightly more likely to find it, but... How much damage does this stupid thing do? Anybody know? His big one does like 120, yeah? Am I remembering that correctly? So this is cooked. I don't want to put an energy on it. Gosh, if we'd have found Arceus, we would have cleared the Zapdos and took him. Taking him in. Taking him in. We find a copy of Dawn. You go 140, 140, which would be real good. $120. That's a pretty decent draw. Look at all these cards I'm playing out. Oh, you know what? Am I supposed to save the Heatran in case I draw my second communication? Probably. I think there's 2 communications in this deck. Sometimes it blurs which cards are, but... Dawn and Funky Monkey both clear Zapdos here. Not a Funky Monkey. If they have a Cyrus and hit 3 heads out of 4, they could get us. Sabrina still means they're dead next turn. That's... Now I really want to draw my other monkey, so that way we can clear this without needing to retreat this for an energy. I think it's just this. They only have 1 point. Hello? Hello? Cool. And then the Dawn top deck here means that we could go ahead and just get in with Monkey twice. Is this an unnecessary risk? Maybe I'm actually supposed to Sabrina and take the guaranteed knockout on the Pikachu, so that way they have to... yeah, so regardless of the outcome here, I think my line was wrong. I think I should have Sabrina'd to force the Pikachu up and cleared that with Monferno, because then my only lose condition is them having Cyrus plus 3 heads. Whereas this sequence that I'm taking gives my opponent the out to simply hit 3 heads or 4 heads and win the game. I could have taken a different line that makes them need to have a card plus get lucky instead of just getting slightly lucky here. We end up sneaking it out. So that's one of those spots where it's very easy to focus on the variance, right? Be like, oh, I'm just unlucky, but no, I actually had agency because of this, you know. Hopefully we hit average variance instead of high, and we get to make it out despite our mistake. All right, let's throw this one up on screen. We're gonna need to take an ad break, and then we've got another viewer deck coming up. But I like this one a lot. I think I might play this tomorrow. This archetype has had a few tournament results so far. Monkey is one of my favorite cards. I love Monkey, and I love things with free retreat costs. It's one of I've played way too much Starmie in my life. The Rocky helmets are definitely very good. Things I am certain of. 2 Rocky helmet is good. 1 Arceus is good. Heatran is very good. Things I am not certain of. The 1 copy of Rotom. I guess it looked like it was okay in a couple of spots. I kind of feel like you can't, if you were to play the purple Rotom, you would want to play Cyrus over Sabrina, and Sabrina does have good utility. Yeah, the Rotom is good against the 18 trainer stuff, and it lined up some decent breakpoints for us in the Gyarados matchup, which isn't huge, but it is a thing technically. I don't think I want to cut the Rotom. I'm pretty confident you want 6 basic Pokemon. I think if you're not playing that Rotom, you're playing a purple Rotom to poke their bench, and then playing a Cyrus over the Sabrina to fish them up on occasion. But if you play only 5 basics, your probability of getting stuck on an Arceus lead goes up by quite a bit. You're absolutely never playing 2 Arceus. In order to play 2 Arceus, you need to fit room for Leaf, which you just don't have room for. You're just like dead to freaking rights anytime you lead an Arceus. Why would I want to play a Mew over the Rotom? What problem do you think my deck has that's being solved by shoving a Mew inside of it? No, I don't think you want more Dawn. I think the communication to find your stuff is really important. I think the games where you go first and have Infernape on curve are really, really strong. I think having more looks at your 1 Arceus in the late game when you want that to effect to be good. I think I have literally never played a deck with 2 Dawn and not had one constantly rotting in my hand, being like, this card, Dawn's like a very polarized effect. She's like the best card in your deck or the worst card in your deck in a lot of spots, and it's very easy to draw too many of them. I could see Sky Shaman being okay over the Rotom. I have liked Sky Shaman in double communication decks. Because Sky Shaman means that you're not just dead to rights when you lead Arceus, and it lets you truffle shuffle a Chimchar out into Heatran in spots where that's not good. Yeah, so that's true too. Dawn is a card, that's something people don't consider enough of the time when they're talking about 1-ofs versus 2-ofs. Dawn's a card you frequently want in the mid to late game. And if it's a card you want in the mid to late game, you're more likely to have it, right? If there's only one of them. I don't know. I think Sabrina is pretty good in Infernape decks in general because you're hitting for 140. Big Sabrina stan. All right, I'm gonna hit some adverts, and we're gonna play another deck when we get back. We're actually gonna play, speaking of, Sky Shaman. Our last year's Submission is another deck that I really like. We featured this on the channel the other day as a deck highlight. Aggro Arceus deck. This deck's been putting up some tournament results. I think it's very, 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 very solid. Hey, playing some with this when we return. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Beep doop doo. Far-fetched instead of the Rotom. Nah, probably not. I think if you wanted to do damage, the Rotom seems fine. Do we still like Crobat? I haven't played with Crobat in a little while. I've never played Carnivine with Crobat. We played Heatran with Crobat, and that felt okay on day 1, but we've been playing a lot of different things since then. I tried Crobat, Arceus, and Toxicroak. Toxicroak is not a playable Pokemon Pocket card. DOA, the same reason Mismagius is. I'm scared. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna surprise us, but I feel like the only way you push Arceus out of this metagame is you power creep it with bigger numbers. It feels like they like pulled things lower to the ground and made basic Pokemon better up until the point where we're at now, but I feel like the next step is I wouldn't be surprised if the next pack is where we start seeing like, oh, I get our first 210 HP Pokemon. More 190s. Or some more 150 and 160 HP stage 1s. I actually wouldn't mind some of those. I think we really need more stage 1s that are durable to have a reason to like play them over Arceus. This card's so good because it's like, well, why would I play a Leafeon or a Glaceon? Like why would I play a stage 1 that has the exact same amount of HP as this card? The basics are just so good. I'm really glad all of the people who keep suggesting rare candy aren't game designers. Stick to your day jobs. I hope they. I'd be very surprised if they gave us that design. It's an obnoxious, offensive design, and I hope they stay away from it. The Pokemon Pocket team has pretty consistently showed us they're going to create cards that are somewhat similar to powerful base game cards without having the exact strict like power creep busted effects of them. What does Rare Candy do? Rare Candy lets you go from basic right to stage 2. Lets you skip the stage 1. It's basically like redundant copies of stage 1s for all the stage 2s in your deck. All right, let's draw Carnivine plus Arceus. Or Carnivine. I need Carnivine Arceus. I was gonna say Sky Shaman to retreat, but I need the Arceus to clear the Zubat. All right, come on, basics. Rip. Okay, so this is 50% to win the game on the spot. This gets Arceus, they lose. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Crack that whip. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Behind whip. Starts like that are why we're playing 2 copies of Giovanni in this deck, because not only is it good at helping Arceus hit 140, but clearing 60 HP basics in 1 Vine Whip is real good. Carnivine with a Giovanni clears a Sudowoodo in 1, which is just chef's kiss. That's the issue I've been having with the Raichu deck. 50 early, 140 late are important numbers. Doesn't either of them. I mean, it definitely hits 140 late. Because you hit for 20 on the Raichu plus the Arceus later. Especially in tandem with Cyrus. Right, the Raichu choose your food, essentially. in a second. Say opponent didn't return in time. I have 2 Crown and 2 Immersive Arceus and haven't opened a single Carnivine. I really hope they reconsider the concept of pities in this game at some point. Because I'm sure they envision pack points as the pity system. But it's really just not remotely enough. I miss the Magic Arena economy of you can't open cards you have a playset of. I'm sure that would break the collecting gotcha aspect of this game, but like I think that's the way you have players are gonna burn out on the collecting aspect is everybody's eventually gonna hit the low roll aspect and have 0 EXs. Imagine missing something from Arena's economy. I'm gonna show you how objective I am right now and let you know that a lot of things about Magic Arena's economy are very reasonable. A lot of those games took good, careful notes and learned from things Hearthstone did wrong. People who are longtime members of the channel, you've heard me talk about this before, but I actually think, what's it called? I actually think that dusting systems are one of the most atrocious economic models for these mobile games possible. And for people who aren't familiar, Hearthstone innovated / created a system where you could destroy a bunch of copies of one card and get another one. Usually somewhere in like the 3 to 5 range, you destroy to get one. They even let you go so far as to destroy all your copies of them, which is the really heinous part, and the part that makes it extra predatory is they let you destroy the entirety of your collection, which means if a game piece becomes usable later, your players get into trouble. I think I need to just hope they don't have... Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have Sabrina'd them, because they probably would have put up Sudowoodo, and then done this switch. Sounds like Pocket's trading system. So I called Pocket's trading system an amalgamation of dusting when it first launched, but there are 2 key distinct differences between Hearthstone's dusting system and Pocket's current trading system. The first is that Pocket's current trading system does not allow you to dust cards that are your only copies. And the second is that Pocket has been providing a supply of trading dust to make that not be the focal point that you have to do for all of your trades. I think we're just dead here to Fascalade. Galade's a good one, gamers. Is there a trading Discord? There is a active trading channel in my supporter Discord server. There are some dedicated groups just for it. a couple of quick factoid / correction things. First is that there is no official Pokemon Pocket Discord server. The Pokemon Pocket Discord server that often gets referenced is a fan-made Discord server. 2 is that you should never recommend anybody use gaming subreddit, least of all the Pokemon Pocket gaming subreddit. Coco4, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. All live service game subreddits tend to be pretty atrocious, but card game ones are more than most. Pocket is no exception to that. All right, we're looking for a Carnivine here. We are 2 out of 3 to get, 66%. If you find you're having too much fun with a video game, visiting the subreddit will solve your problem. That's such a great, painfully accurate way to put it. So what I've found, is the case with a lot of video game subreddits, especially for live service games, is that what are the words I'm searching for? Live service games create a type of person through FOMO and investment who no longer enjoys the game, but is still heavily involved in the game's ecosystem due to FOMO. And rather than like cutting their losses and moving on and finding their joy somewhere else, they instead sit there and be negative in places like Reddit and other social media. And Reddit's such a huge site, it's easy for very like-minded folks that do that find each other. And that's not limited exclusively to Pocket. Basically all of these live service games tend to have that type of issue in the long term. And it's not even strictly a money investment either, because like these games demand a lot of your time on average too. Pocket's a little bit better than that than most, because you could just do dailies by opening a couple of packs a day. But in games like Marvel Snap or Raid Shadow Legends, where like doing your dailies can take an hour plus, it's very easy for people to get very burned out because they're not having fun, but they're still slogging through the game. Sometimes that'll like leak over into some of my spaces, and I usually clean it out. But one of the comments I'll respond with a lot of the time is when people talk about well, it's very common that people think the company that make games like this, they have no idea what they're doing and all of their decisions are wrong. And it's just like, well, if you really, truly, wholly think the company that makes the game you're dumping all this time into has no idea what they're doing, or they're out to get you, or they're evil, why do you keep coming back? Like, if you actually think this, why wouldn't you just go play a different game made by people who you don't think do that? Papa Schlang, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think one of my favorite "it's funny because it's sad" type moments was someone described Elon Musk buying Twitter as the living proof that all of those people you see on other social media forums saying they could run the company better themselves are very, very clearly wrong and unable to. You always see those comments, right? They're like, oh, if I was making the choices here, this game would be so much better. I wouldn't make all the dumb choices they make, etc., etc. It would be perfect. It's like, well, this guy had enough money to actually go and prove that he really couldn't do it better. And for people that are new here who haven't heard me talk about it before, obviously, all of Elon's Nazi affiliations aside, my Twitter account is almost old enough to vote. It was made in the fall of 2007, and it's hard to fully put into words how much worse that website is in a post-Elon Musk world. Even down to the you send a reply as a normal user and a message pops up saying, hey, want more people to see your message? Pay us money and we'll promote you. They put the Arceus up? They're not attacking me this turn. Are they just retreating it back out again? But no, if they're gonna retreat back out, they should have always put the Rotom up because that was for retreat. Hop up on my anti-capitalist bandwagon for a moment. The easiest way you can tell that people like Elon Musk are broken in the brain is because any remotely normal human being who has as much money as Elon Musk has would disappear from the world and just be happy. The chronic, I need to be in the public eye and have people who, I missed the jokes we were talking about, Mr. Musk. The people who, it's like, who's the most normal one? Tom from MySpace, I think, is the best example. He made his money in that .com boom and he disappeared, and you never hear about all the stupid, crazy stuff Tom from MySpace is doing because he was a normal dude who disappeared with his money. It's like disappear, take care of yourself and the people that you care about, and just like go live happy for the rest of your life. Yes, most well-adjusted normal human beings would disappear and live happily for the remainder of their life far before they hit $1 billion. I don't know what that number is. I'm sure that number, with the way inflation and stuff is, it's probably like barely into the 8 figures, depending on the lifestyle you want to live. If you're someone who's like in your 20s, 30s, or 40s. Or the deck, if you haven't seen this deck's been in a couple of my roundups. It was a deck highlight Monday night, I think. It was in the new decks roundup Monday morning. We're going second. It doesn't really matter who we lead on here. I'm gonna lead on Carvine, actually. Because we might actually communicate this Shaman away, looking for an Arceus. Grizzly, thanks for the 2 months of Prime. Welcome back. So there are currently 2 Arceus and 5 basics in my deck. So we really, if we don't draw the Arceus exactly, we want to draw another one of our Pokemon to make this more likely to hit. And if we hit the Arceus, we actually get to Giovanni and clear the duck this turn. It's kind of gross. On Lukey. How do we feel about Rotoming the Darkrai? Probably not good about it. It's just this. Someone stitched to Glenn and told him that Nico's Draw 2 works with Agamotto spells. What a narc. It was good while it lasted. All right, 50% to pull. What's it called? Addle do, pig. Addle do. Start getting this charged up. This is one of my favorite types of decks to play. It really feels like the fighting box deck from previous format that we had. A lot of good bob and weave in it. Notable breakpoint here is that Ultimate Force does 130, and our Giovanni's means we can clear Darkrai in one with it. Oh, I gotta high roll me, mama. Why? You gotta high roll me, mama. This deck is basically the pseudo Wudo deck that doesn't care what your opponent is, right? That's kind of a good way to put it, honestly. Rotom, come back! Come back, Rotom! Okay, thank you. Right, we're gonna tap the Darkrai. Let's tap it in. Tap it in. We need Rotom to not die this turn, so that way Arceus plus Cyrus can finish this next turn. Jeff, after we talked about Furina earlier, I couldn't help myself, and I see Wonder I need to be talked out of more constellations. You came to the wrong place. I told you I have a Furina problem. And unironically, if you're not putting yourself in financial distress, her second constellation is her biggest upgrade, and where all whales stop. Sorry, but yeah, where whales stop. Krakens never stop there, but that's where whales stop. Ooh, Cape is lovely, so we don't die to the Darkrai trigger. And I get to dash this one in the back one more time, so it still dies to Cyrus next turn. Oh, I'm gonna need a basic to have it die to Cyrus. That's fine, we'll draw one. Yes. All of my Archons except Mawika are C2 currently, and Mawika will probably get there eventually. So I'm not a good role model to follow when it comes to Genshin Restraint. All right, that makes up for the one they high rolled us on earlier, right? Would we have hit the basic anyways? We would have hit the basic anyways. Okay, so their tails here didn't matter. But I gotten there regardless, but we didn't need the top deck with them king. I recently started playing Genshin. Since you're talking about it, I'm at AR35. Do you have any tips for a newbie? You should hop in the Discord server. We have a super active Genshin channel. And unironically, there's some weeks it's the channel I post the most in. It's a thread, technically, not a channel under gaming. But, no, not really. One of the reasons why I like Genshin a lot is it's a game you can min-max as much or as little as you want. So it's a PvE game. You can just play whatever characters you like. You can do overworld and main quest content with basically anything. With the recent addition of the Imagination Theater, you can kind of justify building any character because you're just gonna want a lot of characters for it when you eventually make it down that far. Metal stuff. Our lack of Carnivine here is sad. Was the previous opponent's deck the new Darkrai deck? Or do you mean this one? Like, isn't the most popular thing? The previous opponent's deck was the Darkrai Greninja deck from last season. It's actually fallen off a good bit. This one is the new deck to beat for sure. Number one with a bullet. In fact, maybe we'll after we finish this game, we'll pull up and scroll some of the stats here real quick. Heyo, that's perfect. This is one of the reasons why I love this deck so much, is just how much flexibility you have in your openers like this. The fact that your Arceus is an X speed for your Hitmonlee is so powerful. Your Shaman is a makeshift X speed as well. If we would have had first energy advantage, they would have been gutted. But even with them having first energy advantage, the Carnivine is really aggressive here. Yeah, Arceus with the 800 pop-ups when you have the support cards. Buddy. So, one thing that I think is a really interesting dynamic about the Dialga Arceus deck is that it is a deck that, generally speaking, I think feels emotionally satisfying to play against, because a lot of its strength, especially in the tournament metagame, comes from the fact that it's really consistent. So it's not leaning on a early Executor flip or an early Misty flip or something like that. It's just like winning you games because it does what it does more frequently than any other deck, because it's only relying on basic Pokemon essentially. It doesn't really feel like their most high rolly draw is simply they had first energy advantage, so they're favored because of that. How do you feel about New Rotom? I like New Rotom a lot. Like basically any deck having access to a pseudo Hitmonlee feels strong, especially in a post-Cyrus world. I think I would like to retreat this and Rotom this back one. I guess this isn't very good. I just really don't need to mark more damage on this because Arceus is gonna kill it. This puts me a turn late on using this though. Not only does it being consistent instead of overtly powerful make it easier to brew against, but from a how does it feel like your brew, it's easier to talk yourself into your brew being competitive against it compared to some of the other decks, if that makes sense. They are forever away from getting this up high enough. If they're on the plan of simply hope I don't have enough bench Pokemon for my Arceus, they are gonna be very sad about that. That's the other thing I love about this particular build is we're playing 8 basic Pokemon, so your Arceus is just like always max clapping people. They'll ramp this turn, probably. Holy, seriously? Brutal. Man. I thought we were gonna get him too. Double potion cape plus shaman over it. And that's how all these builds play. For reference, all of these builds are playing 2 potions, 2 capes. It's that max sustain. I think we're just cooked at this point. If we'd have had first energy advantage that game, speaking of their strong draws, if we'd have had first energy advantage that game, I think we win it. So I could Cyrus the back one, but I just don't have a winning line from there. I can get my points. If you want to see this deck I'm currently playing, it was highlighted twice on Monday. It was in the 70% win rate decks, and then it was also the deck highlight. Check those out on the YouTube side. Let's take a look at it. And there's a few tournaments going on. You know, chat, casual Wednesday afternoon. Almost 1,000 people playing in Pokemon Pocket tournaments. This one is it's been custom made. Let's not look at that. In round 5, Dialga Arceus just putting up some numbers. Impardos Lucario. I'm so glad these things are drifting towards 50%. Really, I really just for my personal enjoyment need these decks pushed out of the metagame. They're so lame. They're so lame. This matchup's actually really close. I am surprised. I say the sample size is small. I'm really excited to see what this matchup stat looks like when we get some 1,000-ish player tournaments this weekend that should give us some big samples. But Dialga Arceus just like doing the Lord's work, 7-3 against the Articuno cheese. Like, please keep putting it in a little box in the ground. Ooh, Infernape Arceus. Oh no, Chad, I'm gonna play Infernape tomorrow, I think. 5-9? Infernape. What cards are people playing? Oh, I wonder if this is why. There are not a lot of people playing Rocky Helmet. I'm pretty convinced. I'm pretty convinced you want 2 Rocky Helmet in this archetype. But Shaman is better at Arceus Dialga. Yes. All right, gamers. I am going to try and strike a little bit better work-life balance. I know we're doing 2 games. We're only doing a few hours of each game per day, but we've been live for over 7 hours today in total, so I am going to go get some stuff done around the house and see the family. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We're going to run back the same schedule we did today. We're going to play Marvel Stamp for a few hours to start, and then I'm going to play in a Pokemon Pocket tournament. We'll play some viewer decks and other stuff in between. I think I'm going to register this archetype, so we had a lot of fun with it today. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday wherever you're at. And I'll catch you around real soon. If you're looking for more from me, there's stuff up on all the YouTube channels. Lots of videos today. Lots of videos.